Hello, everyone. I am Emily. I haven't made a YouTube video in a very long time, so I forget how to do everything. And by forget how to do everything, I mean look at the camera and talk like a normal person. So I'm doing my best. But anyway, hi. My name is Emily. I am a teacher in Pennsylvania, and I knit and crochet and have a few other things to talk about today. I haven't made a YouTube video in a few months because I got so busy and I stopped knitting. I feel like I've also gotten back into watching YouTube video, like knitting podcasts recently, and I feel like everyone for a minute there was like not into knitting anymore, but I'm back and I'm excited to talk about all the stuff I'm going to make. Not a lot of my friends knit, so I, run out of people to talk to about knitting stuff. So I'm just going to talk to the internet, and it's going to be great. Okay? So, first off, I hope I said everything. I need a better intro. I need a better, quick, it's me. Oh, my Instagram is emmybo the maker. I'll put that down below. Knitting is cool is this YouTube podcast. So yeah. Anyway, what am I wearing? I am wearing the Park Ruffalo top by Park and Knit. And I looked this up. I knit it in Juniper Moon Farm Zoe. It comes in like a little ball. I don't have any more. It's 60% cotton, 40% linen. It says DK/light worsted. I'm not sure, but I can try and get a little closer. I don't know if you can see, but it has like a little peplum. And the yarn is kind of gets thick and thin, but I love this yarn. I have knit a few summer tops in it. Some people don't like it because they're haters, but I love it. It's like, it definitely stretches out, I guess. It doesn't like hold its shape. Maybe that's the problem, but when you know that, you just work with it and it works out great. So I don't know what size I knit. I am really bad at remembering that stuff, and I never make Ravelry pages for my projects, which I should do because I love reading them when I want to make something, but I'm so bad at making them. So I guess I should start doing that for the benefit of other people because I like to use them, but it doesn't matter to me that I don't remember anything about this top because now I have it. And that's that. Okay. Oh, also, I've got my Knitting is Cool mug that my friend Michaela made me. And it's green, the knitting is cool part, double-sided. So it's making me think of like knitting is brat. It's a brat summer. If you don't know what that means, I don't really either, but it's like a young people thing. It's brat summer, all that stuff. So knitting is brat and cool. And this is water because I'm so dehydrated. I hope this is recording. Okay. So this is what I'm wearing. First up on the agenda is finish objects. I think I filmed my last video in like April, and I don't think I finished anything since then. My camera died, so I'm really off with this because I should have charged my battery, and that's never happened to me before, and it didn't even tell me. It just turned off, but then I got the video and it had stopped recording minutes ago. So I think I left off. I was going to start talking about my finished objects, which don't exist. I haven't finished anything. I did make 2 little washcloths for my new nephew Bennett, just out of some cotton yarn, so those were cute. And then also I wanted to talk about, and I did say all of this and then it didn't record, so forgive me if I brief through it, but I had some old gray, white Birkenstocks that were gross and dirty, but they were still in good shape. But since they were like white leather, they didn't look that good. I'll insert a video because I remember to take one for the first time ever. But anyway, so I didn't know what to do. So I thought, let me just try and dye them. And so I dyed them brown and they look pretty good. I used regular old RIT dye, all-purpose dye. I used dark brown, not this color, but I don't have the bottle anymore because I used it all up. But this is how they turned out. The bottom was like white, so it got a little darker. I feel like it at least looks like intentionally like matching. I don't know. It doesn't look amazing, but the footbed was white. So that looks much better. That's the part that was the grossest. It just like made my feet look dirty. It looked like my dirty feet were making the shoes dirty, which I guess is what was happening, but it was gross. And then this part, it said it was oiled nubuck. So that's what I feel like made it hard to dye, like, and keep the color. The inside is much darker. Sorry, I have like a fuzz. Oh, I got it. But anyway, yes, I used a Rit dye. I soaked them for like 30 minutes in hot water. So that's not really ideal for Birkenstock care. But the cork looks okay. Like I said, they were in great shape. They just were dirty and I couldn't get them clean enough that I didn't think they looked like gross. So now they at least just look like ratty old brown Birkenstocks and I can wear those and feel fine. I've been wearing them with socks the first 2 days to like, I tried to wash off all the excess dye, but I know that there's more in the crevices and everything. So I've been wearing them with socks, but I think they're okay. I'm going to get some sealant, like waterproof spray to cover them up. I wish almost that I could like paint on another layer of dye. I don't have any more. Also, I think I should have used like leather dye, but that's what I had and I'm pretty happy with them. That's how they turned out. And even if I just get like one more summer out of them, I wasn't wearing them because they were dirty. And now I will. So finished object, except for it's not knitting. That's okay. I love having like dye around. I have a few of them and when things are ugly or I'm done with them or I'm just not wearing them, I'm like, oh, let me just dye it a different color. And most of the time it turns out well. And then I use it. I actually got this color for like a canvas tote bag that was green and then it faded to kind of a gross like yellow. So maybe I'll do that today. Maybe I'll go dunk it in this nice wine color. But it has like, again, it has leather on it. And I was like, maybe I'll painter's tape around it, but I think I'm just going to dunk it. I think I'm going to live my truth of not being that. I just get mad when you put in all that work and then it doesn't even work out the way you want it to. So I just do whatever. And then usually it works out great, enough that you're not disappointed. Okay, so those were my finished objects. I made some washcloths. I don't have a picture of those. And I dyed my shoes. Next up would be whips. I really hope this is still recording. I don't want to get up and check, but I guess I'll just start talking. So my biggest whip right now, I kind of got back into knitting once I went through, oh, thought I heard something. Once I went through my project box and I was going through things and I'm like, I'm never going to finish this. I should make something else. I pulled a bunch of projects out, like frogged them, and then I started on something new and now I'm back at it and I can't be stopped. Okay. So this is my current box of a project. It looks so cute in here. This is my Coast to Coast Yarn Company Advent from last Christmas. It was a coffee house theme. I had originally started a ingrained shawl, a solstice ingrained shawl, which I had already made out of minis, and I loved it so much. I was like, well, I'll make it again, but then I started making it. I had the wrong needle size. I had to restart. It still didn't work out, so then I was like getting annoyed, and I just left it for 6 months, and then I finally took it apart. And I decided instead to make a Radvent throw, like for Advents, Radvent, pretty good. And I'll put in the bottom who that is by. I forget right now, but it's called the Radvent throw. I got the pattern on Ravelry. And what you do is make all of these squares. They're knit one by one, and then at the end, you put them all together. You crochet, join them together. Somehow I haven't looked into that part yet, but I did this on purpose because I didn't want to connect them as I went because I didn't know what order I wanted them to be in. So this way I get to make them all and then set up the order and then sew them together. And that's going to probably take forever, but it's going to be so cute and worth it. And so here's what I've made so far. As you can see, the original Advent from Coast to Coast, I don't know if I just said this, was like a coffee house theme, but it was also a fade. So this is the lightest one. And then I don't know if this is actually the darkest one, but this is one of the darker ones. So it kind of fades from this to this. They look like little handkerchiefs. Kind of fetch. But anyway, so I've made, I don't know if you want to see them all. I've made quite a few, actually, and then perfect timing. I didn't have enough. I didn't have quite enough because the pattern called for 24 minis, 6 rows of 4, and I only had 20. And then I was like, I also want it to be bigger, so maybe I'll do 30 and do 6 rows of 5. So I found some other minis or other yarn that goes with it. Like, for example, this is a mini from Craft Me Not Yarn Co. I think it was called Queen Bee. I got it in a winter box, I think, maybe the year before. And like this one has a little bit of yellow in it. And this one, and I actually just made another one, but I haven't blocked it yet. That has yellow in it. So it's like not next to each other, but it'll go. It will go. And then I still needed a few more. So I had quite a few skeins, mini skeins of, again, Craft Me Not Yarn Co. The whole blanket pretty much is Craft Me Not or Coast to Coast. Of this mini skein, which is the mini that went with a skein called Fish Punching Octopus, which is like oranges, orange, browns, pinks. It's really great. But I would never use this with that. It like complements it, but I just had it separate. And so I had a few of these. So I'm making some of these. So the whole blanket will be like a fade of browns, yellow, cream, and then random green squares. I think there'll be 3 of them, which it does look cute. I mean, maybe you don't think so, but it's my blanket. So brown, green, it'll look cute. And then to tie it all together, I'm going to use this green skein to connect all the squares. So the whole theme of the blanket is cream, brown, green. This is Homestead from Craft Me Not. And this is a 100% superwash merino. These are all the mini skeins are like 80-20 two-ply. And this is different, but that's okay. Everything's going to be fine. The other thing is that there are mistakes. I think I've made 15 squares so far, and I think there's mistakes in 12 of them. But can you see them? Do you see a mistake? Yep, didn't think so. You're never going to be able to see them. I knew from the get-go, if I was making 30 of these, if I made a little teeny mistake, I just had to keep going because it was not going to be good. I really have so many. They're so cute. I'm like obsessed with this little handkerchief style. But that's my current whip. So I'm still working on the squares. I do have, oh dear. Oh dear. I fear I've made a mistake. Hello? So sorry for the delay here. Okay. And then I have a question. Good. Okay. So I have made 4 more. Oh, this was the yellow one I was talking about. But anyway, so this is before being blocked. Like I just finished this one, and this is after being blocked. So I definitely wanted to block them beforehand. I don't know if the pattern said to do that, but I thought it would be easier to connect them and like line up the edges. They should all have the same amount of bind off stitches, but like I said, who knows what's going on anymore. So I did make 4 more. And then here comes my dilemma with the 4th one. Again, I didn't have enough yarn, so I was kind of like jerry-rigging, stash busting situation to have enough. The Coffee House Advent came with a full skein called Sprinkle Donut. Cute. So this is a full skein. I've made one square of it, because even though it has some purple in it, like it does match. This is another one of the mini skeins I haven't done yet. And the base color is very similar, so it will match, and it'll just have a little purple, and that will be just fine. But I'm technically I'm set on 29 of the 30 squares. The last one, do I do another one of these? So there'll be two of these. They won't be next to each other. Maybe it'll like add some uniformity to the situation. And you know, some of these are very similar, like these two colors you maybe would even think are the same. So do I do two of these, or do I do a black? I do have a black, so it could go from cream to black. This is the darkest one, I think. So I don't know how these look on camera, but in person, it would maybe be fine. I wish this was like more variegated, or like was a brownie or black. So what do you think I should do? Should I do the black and have the darkest one be dark, or should I do a second of this? I hate mixing brown and black, so I'm probably going to do two of these, unless everybody tells me that's a bad idea. I could be convinced, but I just think this maybe would look silly. So that's the case. So let me know what you think, but it's going really great. I kind of showed you in the box, but I've got a lot more to do, but somehow, some way, I haven't lost motivation yet. I'm just chugging along. It takes me like, I could do it in a day, but normally I'll like start one at night, finish it in the morning, start another one, finish it. So it takes like 2 days to make one. They're really quick, really easy. The pattern is super straightforward and simple. I just mess up things. So maybe I'm not being careful enough. But that is that. Radvent throw, again, 4mm needles. None of this is on Ravelry. Should I put it on Ravelry? You tell me, folks. But yeah, I'm loving it. I can't wait for it to be done. It's going to be so cute. I am nervous that it's going to take me literally so long to sew together, but that's okay. And just like I said, I'm going to sew it together with this green, but then I would love to do like a little scalloped edge or something cute. There's a knitted border on the blanket pattern, but I'm going to do a crochet border because I think that's easier and I like how crochet and knit look together. So maybe I'll do both. I wouldn't have enough of this to like do a lot, but I do have a lot of greens in my stash. So that's that. Okay. I am going to make sure this is recording now because now I'm getting nervous. Oh, yay. Great. It's still going. Okay. So I'm going to keep talking. Would recommend this blanket. I feel like I just want to keep talking about it. This is what I was saying. We're like, I'm back into knitting. Now I just want to talk all about it. I want to show everybody my blanket. Maybe I could insert a picture of like what I'm thinking about the blanket, but for the fade, I don't want it to just be like the colors in order like a snake. I want the lightest color to be up here in this corner and the darkest color to be here, and it kind of to fade like that. And then I think these greens will work out where some of them are not a perfect fade. So it's like if it looks a little weird next to each other, pop in a green. It's going to be great. I will keep you updated on that. Hopefully I finish, keep these good vibes going. All right, but I'll stop talking about it for now. Next, whip is something I haven't touched in months. Oh, wow. Now I'm really feel bad about myself. Okay, this is the Easy V sweater by Caitlin Boylan Knitworks. Caitlin something or other. Anyway, what am I doing here? This is so cute. This is literally going to be the cutest sweater ever. And all I have to do is do the sleeves. And at first, I feel like I stopped doing this, first of all, because I hate picking up for the sleeves. And second of all, because I was gonna do, this pattern is supposed to go on the bottom of the sleeve. No, it's not happening because that's why I'm not doing it. So I'm just going to knit the sleeve brown. This is so flipping cute. I'm like mad at myself. Oh, that's the back. Not that it matters. Here's the front. I've already tried it on. The fit is great. I love the rolled collar. I love like the slight V-neck fit. The bottom's done. All I have to do is the sleeves. why am I not doing, why is this not done? It's going to be done by this fall. Talk about more of that. My due date, uh, this should be due by this date, done by my done date on this. I'll talk about later, my plans. But yeah, it's so cute. Most of the yarn, let's see. Good old Coast to Coast Yarn Co. I just get all my yarn there. This is from Coast to Coast. Oh, here, I have a big one. I don't know if I've talked about this. Loam, this nice brown. This is DK, or else I would put this in my blanket instead of that black. But that's DK. Some of these are like all different kinds. Oh, look at this. Look at this first swatch I did. These colors are, what was I thinking? I was like, oh yeah, it'll look cute. It'll be like subtle. Subtle? I don't like that. I don't like subtle. Oh, that's different. Although, honestly, that's like the first time I ever swatched for something, so good for me. Oh, Stunning Strength Studio is some of the actual colors, like the green. And then I think this is Feederbrook Farm. Indeed it is. Entropy. Love that. I got this at like Maryland Sheep and Wool a while ago. So like that was why I kind of wanted to do the design on the sleeves, but it's holding me back. So I'm just going to finish it. I haven't taken that out of the bag in months. I'm re-inspired. This is like my second color work project too. It looks pretty good. Once I block it, it's game over. It's a brat fall with this thing. All right. Again, I just want to talk more about it. Anybody have any questions? Comment them below so I can talk more. And then finally, this is not a whip, but I don't know if I've talked about this. This is going to depress me, but this is my tessellated vest. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, I'll get that later. Oh, I'm really messing it up. This is my tessellated vest, which you can see I did make some nice progress on until I tried it on and I realized it was way too big. I wanted it to be like fitted, like a cute fitted little vest, like how Andrea Mowry's fit, even like hers was cropped. I wanted it to be a little bit longer, but like fitted. And then I made this way too big. I've never used this yarn before. I've never done this bind on before. I've never knit Andrea Mowry's pattern before, at one of her patterns before. So did I make a swatch? No, of course I didn't. Is this going to be horrible to rip out? Yes. Also yes. However, I will do it. Maybe I'll start it today. See, I'm just inspiring myself. But it's too big. I got all the yarn at Farmer's Daughter Fibers when I was there last summer on a retreat. This spin cycle is so cute. I am obsessed, but I haven't worked on it. This, cute. Okay. My camera just turned off again, but I think that was because it was like the 20-minute limit, and hopefully it's not going to die again. I can just get the rest of this out quickly, but if it dies, it might be over for me. So goodbye if it dies, but I think it's going to be okay. I was saying I'm on a yarn, no buying yarn ban. I'm stash busting. I have so much yarn and I haven't been knitting, so I haven't been buying any, which is good. But now that I see it all, I'm like, what am I thinking here? Like, I got to knit through all of this so I can buy more eventually, but not yet. So that being said, I've got some projects planned. I'm not going to pull out all the yarn yet until I'm not allowed to cast on a sweater until I finish this sweater. And that I'm just going to stop casting things on. So my blanket and my sweater, when I finish one of those, I can do something else. One of those things, though, is going to be some DRK everyday socks. I have tried to make socks like 1, 2, 3 times. I have completed a pair. I gave them to my mom. They were amateur. I made a second sock, and it looks great, but does it have a pair? Did I fit? I made a second pair of socks, but only one sock is in existence. Half of the other sock is done, but that's been a year like that. So I'm going to make DRK everyday socks because everyone loves those and they look like I could power through them. And I have this cute Christmas yarn from Long Dog Yarn. Christmas Cocoa and Poinsettia. Which one should I use? The goal is that they're done by Christmas, like a cozy winter sock. That's like, you know, what I would like. I think they both will look cute. I think red socks are just always so cute, but I think the brown is also cute. They have a lot of similar like accent colors. I don't know, I just need some help. I guess this one has more white. At first I was thinking red, but I could be convinced, I could be persuaded. What do you think? Let me know. Okay, DRK Everyday Socks. I'm gonna make a pressed flowers. I'm gonna make a pressed flowers pullover. I have yarn, and then I also am thinking if I undo my tessellated vest, I kind of want a pressed flowers shawl, but then is that too much pressed flowers? She has another Savory Knitting, has another cute shawl pattern with, I think, like mosaic knitting. It's just different. Should I do that one? Should I switch it up? I don't know. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say is that I feel like I got stuck in a knitting rut because I was like over garment knitting. Like making a blanket has been so fun, and like the mistakes to me matter less, and I just get to chug through, and it just seems way less stress. Even the little washcloths that I made for my nephew, like it was fun to make those because it was like not a sweater. Whenever I'm making a sweater, it's like so much money and so much time, and then it doesn't even fit right, and then I get like, why am I doing this? So maybe I'm over garment knitting a little, do a little bit more shawls, blankets, socks, because those are quicker at least. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. So yeah, those are my plans. Sorry for that water noise. The last thing is, are we going to Rhinebeck? Who's going? Are we going? I am going to go. Sorry. I'm going to go. Okay. I'm totally have lost it. Scatterbrained now. I always forget to look at the camera. And now I'm getting like so scattered. But Rhinebeck. I'm going to go on Sunday with my friend Mary. Mary, you have to come. And just go up for the day and chill. I think that's going to be the plan. I'll go on Sunday. And if you're going on Sunday, let me know. I more so just want to like see the vibes again. I don't like have anything I want to buy. I mean, I'm sure I'll buy some things, but like I said, I'm really trying not to buy anything, but I just want to like go hang out and like have an apple cider donut and see everyone's cute knit things. And the last time I went, it was just fun to like people watch and just look at everything. So I kind of just going for that more so than to buy stuff. So yes, I'm going to go to Rhinebeck on Sunday, which is what I was going to say. Maybe I can wear this. Wouldn't that be cute? A little chilly October day in my Easy Bee. So that I would really like to finish this by then, which is totally doable. I just have to knit the sleeves. Come on, get it together. I also really want to buy a new needle set, but I don't need that and I shouldn't. But maybe for Christmas, maybe if I knit through a bunch of yarn and I deserve it, I deserve a little treat, maybe I could get that. That would be great. But other than that, oh, sorry, I'm looking over at my list of things to talk about. Are there any Advents still happening? I like totally missed the boat on that. I was kind of thinking like, oh, well, I won't buy any yarn for the rest of the year, but then I'll buy myself an Advent and get a Christmas present. But maybe I shouldn't do that anyway. If there's any available, let me know. Or like a winter box. I really loved this one that I got from Coast to Coast. It took me a while to figure out what project I wanted to make, but now that it's here, I guess I could have talked about this. I'm so bad about talking about like the specifics. Do people care about that stuff though? Do people even watch this? My family, if you're watching, nobody knows what I'm talking about anyway, so this is anyway how those squares start on double pointed needles, which has made me a lot better at double pointed needles. And then it goes on in the round like a 16-inch cord. Sorry, I just saw that. I thought I'd mention it. All right, well, this has been fun. I guess it's goodbye. I wish that I had more to say. And hopefully I'll be back with another video soon. Probably not. I'll probably get busy again with school starting, but I hope to. I hope to finish my blanket and my sweater and have more to say maybe in like a month. but realistically it won't be any sooner than that. Oh, actually, my 2 friends are coming to visit, my 2 knitting friends, so maybe we'll do like a knitting weekend fun brat fall. I'm totally making brat summer, brat fall video, and maybe we'll do a Rhinebeck video. Thanks for bearing with me with getting back into talking to a camera and not being able to speak, get my words out, and sorry if the camera died and all that stuff. Like and subscribe, smash that subscribe button, but also please, yeah, do that stuff, but just comment answers to all of my questions. What color do I make my socks? What color do I use in my blanket? When are you going to Rhinebeck? Should I make a pressed flowers shawl? Like, I actually want responses. Again, my name's Emily. My Instagram is emmybo the maker, and I will hopefully see you again soon.